With its eye-catching art style and focus on simplicity, The Unfinished Swan has been on our short list of PlayStation Network titles to watch. And after months of previews, I'm happy to report that developer Giant Sparrow's debut is something truly spectacular. It's like comfort food via the PlayStation 3.
Within a short time, the king's subjects had all moved away.
The Unfinished Swan, for all intents and purposes, is a digital children's book. As soon as you boot it up, you crack the spine of a plain white tome and a kindly woman begins telling us the tale of Monroe. Monroe's mother loved to paint, but she never finished her creations. Upon her passing, the orphanage allowed Monroe to keep one of her works, and he's astonished to wake one night and find the unfinished swan he chose missing from the canvas. Monroe dives into the painting, and the game begins. From there, players are treated to sights and sounds that are nothing less than a treat on the PlayStation Network. From finding snippets of the children's book and having the kindly woman read them to us, to the score from the Nashville Scoring Orchestra, to levels that range from pure white to pitch black, The Unfinished Swan is a feast for the senses. If there's a downside of the game, it's that The Unfinished Swan clocks in at just under 2 hours to play through. Now that's me saying if there's a downside. For me, the game is the perfect length. It tells its story without overstaying its welcome or adding filler levels to extend the play clock. However, I know that some want more out of $14. Luckily, The Unfinished Swan is meant to be replayed, both because it packs hidden balloons and unlockables, but more importantly, it's a story meant to be told over and over again like your favorite childhood book. To folks who've been following the game here and there, the feast for the senses thing might sound a bit melodramatic. To date, a big portion of the game that's been shown to the public is a completely white environment slowly being discovered by hurling black paint on objects that are hidden before us. That first-person paint-hurling setup is key to Monroe's adventure, but there's so much more Giant Sparrow is keeping from us. After the first few levels, we move on to new environments and new challenges. We're in worlds that are already defined. We need to grow plants by hurling water, and we need to stay safe by staying in the light. Now, none of these challenges are all that challenging. The Unfinished Swan isn't out to stump you with Portal-like puzzles. Golden Swan footprints give you clues in the right direction to head, and big gold letters point you toward the next entry in the kindly woman's story. This is a storybook. Relax and enjoy it. The Unfinished Swan manages to take its simple control scheme and fit it into this adventure that spans earth, air, and sea. It's a journey that's 100% worth taking, but not worth spoiling here. The Unfinished Swan is something special. It's not a frantic shooter, an intense thriller, or a multiplayer joyride. Giant Sparrow's debut is a calm, serene tale best paired with surround sound headphones, a cup of cocoa, and a warm blanket. Yes, it's short, but simply passing it by because of its length is foolish. The Unfinished Swan deserves a place on your PlayStation 3 and a whole bunch of playthroughs after you've downloaded it. For everything shaking in the world of video games and the next 2 PlayStation exclusives from Giant Sparrow, keep it here on IGN.com.